Miss Marshall just to talk about the meeting essentials. Just a little bit about, I think we've already kind of started the meeting, but you want to talk a little about the meeting essentials now?
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Marshall, as introduced earlier. So for this meeting, we want to just make sure that everyone can follow along as well as ask questions if needed. So at the end, when we do Q&A or remarks, we'll address those. So please, feel free to utilize the chat if you have questions pertaining to your students, what has already been stated, by the other two programs. If you're interested in the other two programs, you can state that in the chat box, and then we'll come back and basically go through the chat and answer whatever question that you may have. I think everyone knows how to access the chat. Anyone does not know how to access the chat? Alrighty. So I think we're all good on that end. And that's mainly the main part of the essentials for the meeting. You can mute your devices while the presenter is presenting, just out of respect for everyone so they can hear. And again, thank you and welcome.
Oh, thank you, Miss Marshall. We want to have a little fun, do something. Dr. Hudson, would you please present your icebreaker?
Hello, everyone. Welcome, parents, students, and co-workers, our other team. Hello, everyone. I would like to start off with an African proverb which says, a child who's not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. That seems so appropriate with what's going on with excitement. People feel unloved, unwanted. And from the TRIO program, as stated before, we embrace, we love, we protect, and we love our TRIO students. So I just want to start off with that. Okay, we want everybody to feel a little happy. Everybody's stressed out. So I ask everyone, how would you like to be a millionaire? How would you like to be a millionaire? So we're gonna play this game. Let's imagine, because I would like to be one. Let's imagine that you just won the lottery and you got $20 million. So let's see, what would you do with it? Let's think about the world. How would you use it to fix the world, your community, and think about yourself. What would you do for yourself and your family? So we'll give you like a minute and a half to think of maybe 3 ways that you would spend this money. And when you're ready, anyone who would like to participate, just say, I'm ready, and we will listen to you, to what you would do with your money and why. Okay, music. So who would like to volunteer and share with us what you would do with your $1 million, 20 million actually? If somebody like to share? I can't hear. Lauren, I can't hear.
You're muted, Miss Pinkston.
Now, can I hear you? Now.
If you want to share, you have to unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
With my money, I will invest like in, I'm gonna say 50% on a corona vaccination.
Thank the Lord. Okay.
You know, gotta find a cure. I would want to get all my whole community, you know, St. Louis vaccinated. The other half, well, let me see, 50% go to the vaccination, the COVID. 10% gonna go to like a building, a safe haven house for kids that not getting the TLC with what I would wish that these kids need. A safe house. The rest, I buy me and my son a comfortable house and put the rest up for him to further his education and career.
All right. Thank you. That's a good way to spend your money. Anyone else like to share? I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Anyone else like to share?
Can I share, Dr. Hudson?
Yes, please.
Okay. So if I had how much again?
You got 20 million.
20 million.
Out 20. Okay.
Find some like-minded individuals and all go in on the community. And my community will have church, schools, residents, hospitals. I might need somebody else with a lot more money to do the hospital part. And I feel like that make a big pot. So that's my one big thing that can get split down that I would do.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had it, I would like to share. If I had it, I would like to do like this multimillionaire did. I would like to go to some HBUs and pay off the college debt for just as many kids as I could so that they could go to school free. You wouldn't have to worry about going to school. That's what I would like to do with my money. Yeah. Okay, that concludes my icebreaker. And thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hudson. Yeah. Food for thought. Food for thought. Thank you for your participation. Now we're moving to program essentials. Ms. Marshall.
I'm back. Okay. So again, that was so nice. I'm Ms. Marshall, and I will be bringing to you the program essentials. And so give me 1 second. Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, now.
All right. So of course you're in the meeting for TRIO Summer Scholars virtual program. And I am presenting to you the program essentials, preparing our students to engage and learn. So for the virtual program, the program essential goal is getting the students connected and to ensure students are engaged and retaining the information. And so the biggest question to our students as well as our parents are you ready to get connected? You can chat, you can put it in a chat, okay? So the tools we need for this program, first is the students, and we're grateful for that. So we need the students, and then we need the students' mind. We need an open mind for all our students to come in and be ready to experience yet again another virtual program. Then we need them to have a technical device. So whether it be laptop, computer, desktop computer, tablet, or cell phone, we need them to have a device. So some students, if you're at SLPS, you probably still have the tablets that they gave you during the school year. Perfectly fine. You should be able to use that. So then we need you to have internet, whether it be hotspot, mom has to share a hotspot, hopefully not, because kids like to use a lot of the internet, or have unlimited access to internet, Wi-Fi. We need you to have the internet so that you can be able to get into the meeting, and I'll get to the actual site that we're using for that. We would like you to have headphones. We want your undivided attention for as long as we can have it. And we would like less interruption. So if you have headphones in, more than likely you'll be engaged in through the program. And last but not least, you need Zoom. So Zoom will be the site that we'll be using to, and you might have to download it. Some of you may have already downloaded. It's very easy. You just go to Zoom. You just go to your store, whether you have an iPhone and or Android, you just go to the store app and you just download Zoom. Easy. And if you're already on here, we already know you know how to do that. So we'll go to the next step. So there's some features that we will utilize. As you can see, we utilize the chat. We're going to utilize share screen. Students, we would like you during the session to raise your hand for certain things. So we're going to show you how to do that, and then recording. So this is a screenshot of my cell phone. If you are using a cell phone, this is how it looks. So the three dots where it says more, if you click that, it gives you more options. That's where you will find the chat room and any other settings you may need. More than likely, you won't need any settings if you are not the host of the meeting. Now at the bottom, you also see share and mute. We, like if you have an Android, I'm sorry, but you probably won't be able to do like the nice little backdrop we have. I have an Android, so no shade, but you probably won't be able to do a nice little backdrop. But if you have an iPhone, you can. So again, sorry, Zoom via phone is basically what I said. It's not the same. If you was on a laptop, or if you was on a tablet. On the phone, you can only see 4 people on the screen, and then you have to keep sliding, keep sliding. If you're on a laptop or a tablet, you get to see up to 25 participants on a single screen. And so basically, we want you to succeed, and to be successful in our program, you have to be connected, you have to be engaged, enriched, retaining, and then we hope that there be a smooth transition into college and you get that degree. Okay. So if you have any questions outside of this, if you think of anything once we get off the call, 648-5528, and below is my email, zmarshall@hecstl.com. And I look forward to hearing the many questions you all have. Some of you might just want to call me because, you know, I'm a really cool person, so you might just be like, hey, Miss Marshall, that's okay too. Thank you for jumping on, and that's the end of my presentation.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you, Miss
welcome.
Marshall. Thank you. She relates so well to the young because she's so young herself. But we're just glad. Yeah, thank you, Miss Marshall. She's cool, but we're all cool.
I'm
Yeah,
cooler.
she's really cool. Oh, Mr. Todd's cooler. Okay, yeah, you're the guy. You can be cooler. Yeah, thank you, Miss Marshall. That was wonderful.
You're welcome.
And now we're going to bring back the doctor, Dr. Hudson.
Okay.
Dr. Hudson's going to tell us about the program, the curriculum, kind of schedule. And
Todd got it up for me. I'm going to tell you about this amazing dynamic program that we have worked so hard for you to present to you students. I'm going to go over the curriculum of the things that we will cover for the week that we will have you guys. So, Mr. Todd, okay, for the high school, for the seniors, it will take place June 8th through the 12th, and the time is 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And for the juniors, the same date, your time would be 1:30 to 3:30. And then we will have the sophomores on June 22nd through the 26th from 10 to 12, and the freshmen on the same date from 1:30 to 3:30. And we will have our virtual college fair on June 30th from 12 to 2:30. That is our schedule that we will have. So as you see, students and parents, we will have just a 2-hour block, but we will have a lot of interesting, interactive activities for our students. Okay, let's have just a little quick look at what we're going to have. Like on the first day, every morning prior to even starting the lesson, what we will invite students to Zoom in 10 minutes early. Although we start at 10, we invite you to Zoom in at 9:50, because during that time, you can chat about some things that you want to chat about, and we're going to have you to relax because of all the things that's going on now, the uncertainty. We're going to have you to just relax. We're going to play music, and you will be told to visualize certain things, mediation. So you would do that every day if you like to, if you want to check in early. Also, at the very beginning, we'll have free writing. And the free writing would be a topic that we would suggest you write on for like 2 minutes. And when I say free writing, that means you just write your thoughts, whatever comes to mind without thinking about punctuation or spelling. And then after those 2 minutes, we will ask you to share with everyone else, if you like. So this takes place every day. And so the first day after that, we'll deal with the career outlook. And on those things, we'll do a career interest inventory, we'll do a personality survey. We would talk about the jobs, for example, like the 3 top jobs that you may be interested in. We would then give you an idea of the type of jobs those are and outlook for those type jobs, the potential earnings and that sort of thing. On day 2, college outlook. On that, we'll talk about the different colleges. We'll have a speaker who'll talk about the colleges for how college will look this coming year. As we know, with all the things going on, it's going to look totally different than you're used to. So some of the courses will be virtual, perhaps some may not, but it'll be different. So we have someone to talk about that. And we will do a virtual college tour of various colleges throughout the nation. And in that, we'll also ask you to complete an informational college sheet. Look at the colleges and then be vigilant and think of questions, answers to the questions that may be on the sheet. You will do those type things. Okay, and on day 3, we'll talk about how to budget the college, how we're going to pay for it, what you need to do. And you will watch, we have a very interesting video that we'll show you about 2 sisters who won all this money, and they give really powerful messages on what you need to do to, when you start looking for colleges and looking for money, to be persistent and to work hard. So we'll show you that as well on that day. We'll discuss some resume writing, how you do that. And then on day 4, again, second part of how to budget for school. And that is talking about how much does it cost to go to college now? Also, awards letters, what kind of financial aid? We'll talk about FAFSA and college admissions. So the whole time, these are interesting, again, interactive activities for you that will prepare you to transition on to your next step. And then day 5, of course, that's when we will have our college fair. No, that's when we have our culminating activity. That's on Friday. And what we had planned to do for our seniors on that day, juniors and seniors, those that graduated this year, we're going to have some kind of activity like belated graduation ceremony, where the seniors, we want you to kind of brag about what you're going to do. You can make a video or something showing with your cap and gown to show where you're going to school. You may have that logo, you may have your award letter, or if you got a scholarship, you may have that. Those students who decide to do military or work, whatever it is you plan to do, we want you to display that and just kind of brag about what you plan to do. And for the juniors, we want to know what you plan to do as you transition to 12th grade, so you can also make some very interesting things as to what you plan to do in your new year as a senior. So we are encouraging you to think outside the box and be ready to present something nice and interesting for everyone on that last day. So now I just want to show you a little clip of virtual college. I mean, it has many of the HBCUs performing. So I just want to show you this, a band performance of some HBCUs, just a small clip. excitement, right? The power of dreams. Also, just briefly to tell you about our college fair. It's, of course, will be virtual, and we'll have several colleges represented, and you'll have the ability to ask them questions. You can ask them in different groups, and they can respond to you. But that will be held on Friday, June 30th, and it is open for the middle school, 7th and 8th graders, and 9th through 12th graders. So it will be very interesting, and we've already contacted several colleges. They have agreed to be represented, and that is a really wonderful experience. So hopefully you guys will stay with us, tell your friends, they will come, because this will be a wonderful experience for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hudson. Also, 9th and 10th graders, you notice that you're the, look at the schedule. Remember, you don't come the first week. You actually come that third week. So you will have similar, yeah, there you are. Thank you. So you will have similar things to do as well. Before you know it, you'll be graduating. Freshmen and sophomores, the time goes so quickly. So you also have a very similar curriculum, and you will also have a culminating Friday activity as well. Thank you, Dr. Hudson.
Excuse Miss Harris.
Yes.
That schedule for the sophomores, is that for the year that they're
current? Yes, yes. So all of the grades that you were looking at are current. I don't know, some of you have been with us before, and if you remember, we wouldn't have served seniors this summer. Normally we would go on have a program, an actual summer program on SLU's campus, and then when we would go on a college tour, and seniors were not able to go with us. So this year we are serving seniors who normally wouldn't have been able to go on the college, be a part of the summer program, now that we're doing it virtually. And because they, I just want to say to seniors, we're here for you. I really applaud you for what you've done and what you're doing. And so we want to make a big deal out of the seniors. But yes, the answer to your question is yes. So it's current. It's not what you'll be the next school year. It's where you are right now. Okay, so the sophomores would be current sophomores who, when you go back to school, you'll be a rising 11th grader. But right now, you are still at the end of the St. Louis Public fiscal, or the school fiscal year, wherever you are. And the summer is the summer is also attached to that current school year, and the next school year starts like in August. So yes. Anybody else have a question about that? About the time or the grade?
I see that the dates and the time say 10 p.m. Is that correct?
Nope, it's not.
Oh, it's 10 a.m.
It should be 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Okay.
You weren't supposed to call me out, but thank you. Yeah, it's supposed to be 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm sorry, that was a typo on my part.
Okay, thank you.
That's scholar for you. That's scholar.
Good. Yeah. Looking out. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank
remember,
you.
if you have questions, if someone is, as we're speaking, you can also put it in the chat, and we'll take a couple of minutes at the end to see if we have any questions in chat, and we'll try to answer them at that time as well. Now we also have Miss Lauren Hill coming, and she's going to talk about our career fair. Ms. Hill?
Good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to see you all. I am equally proud as my colleagues are with regards to the fact that we have made it this far, and together we will continue to make it. So I think you take a chance to kind of give yourselves a little hand or a big hand to really give yourselves that chance to say that you've made it this far, you made it through the school year, and you're going to make it through our virtual learning program this summer, and then return to school and continue forward and looking towards graduation. So before I start, Mr. Todd, it's just quiet. I don't like quiet. Quiet to me. So I was going to ask, so that we can kind of get our lungs pumping and everything, can we unmute yourselves for a minute? And we're going to let you guys tell what schools you are currently attending. So on the count of 3, mute yourself and we'll just start rolling it. 1, 2, 3.
That's true.
Y'all don't know how to rep y'all schools.
Come on.
Rep your school. Because if you wasn't on here, you'll be like Gateway, Jaguars, B-side, all that stuff.
Definitely. Now, parents, if your student is not on with you, you want to rep their school, parents, you are more than welcome to do that also. So what parents?
Trinity.
Anybody else? And if you're too shy to do it out loud, you've probably already done it in the chat. I'm just doing a reminder, parents or students, if you have not done it in the chat, please make certain that you do. We need that representation to know who was present for the meeting. Now I will go forward. Just pick the slide. Go back one, please.
Missing a slide.
Uh-huh.
Can you just say it? Because it's not in there then. I don't know what happened to it.
Okay, I can go ahead and share if that's okay.
Yeah, you can. The slide fairy got it, I think.
Okay, let me share it. That's fine. Right. That's what you call working together.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and students and scholars, we're talking about a virtual career fair. So you're going to send your parents, you're going to be sending your scholars to the ETS virtual program sponsored by ACC Trio. And the question, I guess, would be, what do you think they're going to get ready for? Your scholars getting ready for something. We've been kind of talking about it through the night, so it's not really a surprise. But you are going to be getting ready for something, and your scholars going to be getting ready for something. And the biggest thing is that they're going to be student ready, skill ready, knowledge ready, career ready, math ready, English ready, and any other kind of ready that you want to put with this. But ultimately to be college ready and ultimately to be career ready. Now, after you get done being college ready and career ready, then now they will be introducing a future career ready HEC proudly trio ETS scholar and college graduate. You did it. You can look in your future. You can see it coming. You can see in this particular silhouette of this graduate, he's got his hat on, his cap on, he's got degree in there, bachelor's, grad school, he's looking at successful achievement, in particular happy. And that definitely makes parents happy, that makes the scholar happy, and it definitely makes us at Trio happy. Now let's just imagine, parents, your ready scholar and college graduate has a business card in their future. And it might say one or more of these things. It might say, I'm going to be an actor, a doctor, an engineer, a vet, an architect, a teacher, nurse, lawyer. It could be, and it actually might say, I don't know, because they could still be developing themselves. Or these career possibilities. Could be a singer, a pharmacist, the president. We could probably use one of those. And a farmer, a volunteer, but the dream job is coming. Now, you're sending them to us, and you're going to probably say, where did my student learn all about those careers and where they learn more about them? Well, you can probably guess. At the HEC Trio ETS Virtual Career Fair. And just like everything else, you can come zoom in with us with Lionel Richie, Miss Harris leading the path. It'll give your student career education for your scholar. Various career options will be highlighted with live career representatives present on Zoom virtually, interactive, exciting, and engaging sessions. When is it going to be held? Friday, July 17, 2020, tentatively 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Grades 9 through 12 are encouraged to attend. I'll repeat that one more time because your program, essentially high schoolers, will be completed, but you will just take a pause and you'll come back and join us after the middle school program. And the middle schoolers will also be present for the career fair because we also train grades 6 through 12. But 9 through 12, you're closer to making that decision, so we definitely want you to be present. Parents, you're also invited, and we'll have a link that will be provided so that you can come in on Zoom likewise. This is our second career fair. Last year we did it and we invited parents, and you got a chance to see the culminating ceremony. So if you didn't get a chance to do it, parents, last year, if you did, you'll get a chance to do it again. If you haven't seen anything like it, to be able to see the maturity level and the focus that your students will have. So again, the HBC Trio Virtual College Fair, or Career Fair, will be on the 17th, Friday, 11 to 1 tentatively, and we'll keep you posted. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or any comments regarding careers, please let us know, Ms. Harris, or myself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hill. You guys know that's Lauren Hill, right? You know that.
Yes.
So, Mr. Todd, will you please tell us about the ground rules? Even though we're doing this virtually, we just have a few things that we'd like to ensure that you know of the expectations for our virtual program.
Good evening, everybody. I am very happy to be here. Good evening to all of my coworkers from Upward Bound and EOC. And I'm not sure if you're still here with us, but I made another typo with your title slide, and I did not put CEO, so I was waiting for my opportunity to apologize publicly to you. But Ms. Pinkston is our CEO. So sorry, I'm not the best typist, but I just have a few things that I want to go over as far as rules are concerned. There are not many, as Ms. Harris said. Since we're cyber this year, is very few things, but just a few to touch on. So one is you want to have a good, quiet place to work if possible, as best as you can, like tonight. Keeping the background noise to a minimum because you want to be able to concentrate and focus, have as few interruptions as you can. Obviously, things happen. So if they do, you may just want to put your microphone on mute or turn your camera off, if you got to get up and do something, or, need to talk to someone. Just having that type of etiquette. Secondly, be sure that you're dressed okay. I know it's Zoom and I know this is cyber. But make sure that you're decent. We're going to have outside presenters, and we want to make sure that everybody is on top of it. As Ms. Marshall was mentioning earlier, you can raise your hand in Zoom if you want to speak. There'll be moments where, like tonight, when Dr. Hudson did her icebreaker, or when Ms. Hill wanted to hear from everybody, where you'll just be able to just shout out whatever you have to say. But in other cases, it'll be kind of orderly, and so you'll just raise your hand, and there's like a little button down at the bottom. We'll do it again when it's time to present in the classrooms, so everybody has a chance to see how to raise your hand if you don't know. And I've already mentioned the background noise, and of course, attendance. Attendance is a major thing. For each grade level, we're only looking at 1 week. So we're asking that you be there every day if you're going to attend, because that type of attendance has rewards attached to it, right? So I know Ms. Harris will talk about that a little bit later. But attendance means being on time. We know that you're at home. So if you're like me, you don't have to drive 30 minutes down the street and say you'll be there in 10 minutes. Ms. Harris knows I'm good for that. But we know you're at home, so hopefully everything will be okay as far as being on time. Ms. Harris or myself or one of our advisors, we'll probably give you like a reminder call or something like that. Or if we don't see you, we may shoot you an email, text message, or a phone call just to make sure that you remembered. And that's about it. That's all I have for the ground rules. Unless there's any questions, that'll do it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Todd. Easy rules to follow, right? Participants are scholars, trio scholars. I want to just tell you a little bit about the giveaways and how we hope to have you access them. We'd like to give a little gift pack away. And I actually had a picture of it, but now I think I'll just surprise you guys, but I'll tell you what it is. We have fanny packs. I know those are kind of in now. And we'll have the trio logo on those. So, you know, you'll remember about calling us when you need anything. We're here. With what's going on now, we wanted to make sure that you have a few things that will keep you safe. So in your fanny pack, you will receive a mask with the logo on it. You will have a hand sanitizer. We're also, those are things to keep you safe. We also want to make sure, you know, sometimes I know in college or whatever you're doing, you like to listen to things on your phone. So you'll get some earbuds. And in school, whether you're in high school, middle school, or college, flash drive. So you will get a bracelet USB that with our logo on it that you can use for study, for school, for saving your work. You will also get a certificate of participation. And seniors, we have something a little extra for you. We won't tell you right now, but we have something a little extra. You actually already know. You get a t-shirt because you gave us your t-shirt size. So if you didn't do that, please still do that. Send us your t-shirt size. Also, seniors, you were supposed to download a picture. So remember that. We'd like for you to do that as well. Now, normally, if we were in a summer program, we would feed the students on whatever campus we were on. We've always been on St. Louis University's campus, and we've been able to receive nutritious meals, breakfast, and lunch. Even though we can't, there's no such thing as virtual food, I guess. So we would like to make sure that students still have the option, whether same day or the next day or the next week, to be provided with a lunch of their choice. So students, you will get a meal card, like a meal debit card, and you get it based on how many days you attend. If you attend one day, you'll get 1 day's ration of food. You'll get 1 day's amount for the food. If you attend 5 days, you'll get the maximum amount. So we just want you to know that we still want to make sure that you get a meal, even if it's not right at the moment when we're having the program. The other thing that we have, and the thing about all of these things, parents and students, because we're not meeting anywhere specifically, we need to arrange pickup. Now, we've scheduled pickup, but please, if there's a big problem with this, let me know. Text me, call me, email me. But I want to make sure that all of the students who participate get these items. And we're talking about high school right now and the dates that the high school, the juniors and seniors, and then there'll be another giveaway for the freshmen and sophomores. So the first pickup for items, and let me tell you why I need you to pick it up and be on time. We have a meal for the family for a week. Each family will receive its frozen food, and you will receive that, and it's a week's worth of food for a family. We're going to ask the students, I guess, but if you can let us know how many are in your family, it's usually on your application, and we'll look and see. But we'd like to give you enough food for a week to feed your family. And you know, you can spice it up and put something in it and make it taste really good, but it's fresh, frozen food that you will have to cook. But there's enough for an entire week. And so that's, Mr. Todd, who was that? The person that's responsible for that?
Miss Bobo, Connie Bobo.
Miss Bobo, who actually does this. She wrote a grant and got this, particularly at this time, but she does it ongoing. So parents.
Who I would like to add is an EOC grad.
Yes, she's a trio. Yeah.
She's a trio.
Service from trio. So Parents for juniors and seniors, and I know some of you are driving juniors and seniors, so it's fine. Because the program is from 1:30 to 3:30, we would like for you to come on June the 10th, which is a Wednesday, between 4 and 5 to pick up your frozen food meal, and students, your debit meal cards, and also your gift packs. Everything that we have for you should be provided that day. So that's June 10th from 4 to 5. And let me know if you have a problem, please, because remember this food is frozen and we don't want it to spoil. So if you can't pick it up, if you don't have a car, you need to let us know and we'll try to get it to you. We'll do a drive-by and pop the trunk or something, but we want you to have the food. So June the 10th from 4 to 5 p.m. And at this point, we will, I'll send out an email or I'll let your children know, but we would like to serve from trunk to trunk, 4236 Lindell at the alley between Lindell and Laclede. So you drive through, we'll put your items in your car, or we'll have it put in your trunk or wherever, and then that alley is blocked at Sarah, so what you need to do is turn onto a parking lot and exit at Laclede. And we like to do that because if we're at the wall, we can't, we don't want to be at the Walmart or the Schnucks because then everybody will start coming. So we want to give it to our participants and our parents, our families. So we're trying to do it kind of, so we won't have a lot of traffic. So that is June 10th between 4 to 5. For my sophomores and freshmen, it's June 24th from 4 to 5. And that date is specific because that's when we get the frozen food. The other items, won't spoil, but the frozen food we'll get on Wednesday. So, we'd like for you, that's why we're specifying those dates and that time. June 24th from 4 to 5. And you will get more information about that. We'll send it to you, or your students will know. Okay? So
Thank you. Okay.
I'm just happy that we can do something at this time as far as food, as far as things that will help your child to be safe. The mask you can wash and reuse. The fanny pack you can put things in, your hand sanitizer and things that sometimes, it's becoming a new normal to always have your mask. So we want to get that going and make sure you have that you can't go to Walmart without a mask. So young people, I know you're cool and it may be messing up your hairdo or your earrings, or boys, it's just not, but we need you to be safe and to live well and healthy. So we would like to provide some of those things for you. And I think I covered everything. We want Ms. Lopez to tell you about our website. How many of you have seen the website? Anybody? So Ms. Lopez is going to tell you about it. This is information that we provided even during the time when students weren't in school. They weren't in school. We had all kinds of activities and we had things about safety and resources and all kinds of things that were sent to you. So we're going to let Ms. Lopez tell you a little bit about our webpage and how you can use it.
Hi everyone, good evening. Let me bring this page up. Okay, can everyone see the website?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this is our website for right now, and we do ask that you check it often because as you can see, there's a section for high school students that has information on educational resources, scholarships, summer programs. We also have something for middle school students, and we also have community resources. So we do ask that you check that often because we do update it as necessary. If we come across something new, we share it with you. And our sponsoring agency, which is HEC, they're currently working on their page. So once their page becomes active, we will share that with you so that you can follow up on the resources that we talked about earlier with the ELC and Upward Bound. So again, this is our website. You should have gotten it either in an email or in a text. If not, we can send it out again to you. And like I said, check it often because there may be something that is beneficial to you. Any questions? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lopez.
Thank you.
So our web page, right now, we'll still send you information via Bloomin', and I wish we could show you what that looks like, because I think sometimes you don't know what we're sending you, who's sending you. So we're gonna try to work on that, but you get information via text, you get information via email, and so this link was sent to you. Also, we're working, since we have the 3 programs and under the umbrella of Higher Education Consortium. And so what's happening is we are building a web page under the kind of the umbrella of the agency that's sponsoring us, that and then you'll be able to go to that website and also see any information about whether it's TRIO Educational Opportunity Center, whether it's TRIO Upward Bound, or TRIO Educational Talent Search. All of our information will be on that one website. And so we'll update you when that happens and give you the links and the information to get to that. Thank you. Thank you, parents and students, for coming. Just want to, how many seniors can you, who are my seniors? Say your names, seniors.
I'm a senior.
Okay, is that Mr. Pintor?
Yeah, Luis Pintor.
Okay, no more seniors came out tonight? Okay, we'll have to work on that then. We have quite a few seniors that have signed up. Not sure why they aren't available on the meeting tonight. But anyway, just want to again shout out to the seniors and all of the students for what you've had to endure. And I'm just thankful that you're safe, you've survived, and not only have you survived, but you're going to thrive, and you're going to do greater things. So with that, do we have any questions? Mr. Ty, you want to check our chat, or parents, students, anybody? Do you have any questions for any of us, even if it's about one of the other programs?
No, not right now.
Not right now for me.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Will the virtual classes be on the same link or a different link?
Yes. So that's a good question. Are we going to, I think we will do, are we going to send a different link, or can we continue Mr. Todd?
We could continue to use the same link.
Yeah, we don't want to change it up. We'd like for you to, if we can use the same one, yes, we'll do the same one. So there'll be one for 10 o'clock and there'll be the link for 2 o'clock, but it's the same link. I mean, for 1:30, I'm sorry, 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, very good question. Anybody else?
I just wanted to remind everyone that if you have not signed in for the chat, or you're not familiar with the chat, if you could say so now, so that way we know all the people that we do have online tonight. I know some people entered afterwards, so parents or guardians and/or students, if you have not found the chat yet, can you make certain you put your name, parent, guardian name, and/or student name, and current grade that you just completed, and your school. We need that information so we know who attended this meeting.
Yes. And please invite your friends to attend as well. We're still open. We don't start till Monday, so it's not too late. And we are recording this meeting, so we will be able to share it with a parent and a student who kind of want to know what we talked about and what the upcoming week will bring. So are there any questions in the chat, Mr. Todd, or are we good?
No questions. But I would ask that you make sure you put your grade and your school when you type in, and your parent or guardian. We had a couple of students who put their name but no parent or guardian. So if you could do that for me, that would be great. But no, I don't see any questions in here.
Okay. Okay, so I want to thank, I don't know, Ms. Pinkston, if you're still with us. I want to thank you either way for coming out and being a part of this. Also, Ms. Marlena Hairston and Ms. Lakeisha Graves, thank you for supporting our program, and we definitely will be supporting all that you're doing as well. Thank you, parents. Thank you, students. Thank you to my wonderful team. You always amaze me. This team, if you're not getting any help or any service, you haven't asked them. I have an amazing team. They have a spirit of service, and I say ministry. You know, it's not just something, you know, I just do this to get paid. Their heart is in this, and they want you to succeed. We want you to succeed. So please reach out to us. We look forward to seeing all of you. I cannot close this program. We've talked about the looting and the protest, but I don't think we've said George Floyd. We haven't said that name, and so I just want to say that name. And as I always say, he's I can't breathe too, because we had another situation where someone else couldn't breathe and they also died. So I want you to be safe, just safe. I always pray that you're covered and that you are safe. And we're here for academic, social, emotional. You know, it's been rough, but we do want to acknowledge what's going on, and we're not trying to sweep it under the carpet or act like something's not happening, but we ask that you be safe and to be a good thinker and problem solver. Okay? Make good decisions. And you've already made one great decision. You're going to be with us next week, and we thank you. Thank you, parents. Thank you, students. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
My ECS team and anyone else who's out there in our virtual audience. Please feel free. I don't think we posted our emails, but you should have access to our emails and phone numbers if you have a question. Especially, we expect to see you. If we don't see you, we're calling you on Monday, just like we do in the real deal.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, parents, let me say this. This is for the students, but we have no problem if you want to listen in. Sometimes this is helpful for you to know how to guide your child, your scholar, into the right direction. So many times the students know everything, but the parents don't always know. So if you're free a moment and you want to just, oh, I hear them talking about financial aid, let me see, you know, or about scholarships or whatever. We hope to do something fun. I think we'll figure out if we're going to do it. We want to, and that might be something you want to do. We're talking about making a mask out of simple things at your house. So we might do that. We'll see how the time goes. But anyway, thank you. Live well, stay safe, and be blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't forget to put your names in as requested. Name, and parents, we want to know you attended as well, right, Ms. Hill?
Yes.
What about the parents' names? Yes. So not just the students.
Parents. They came out their student. And Ms. Harris, I want to also mention, I noticed that there were some middle school students that were on this particular call. So middle school students, remember that your program does not start until July. And we will have a parent orientation meeting in July the 7th for parents. For 7th.